Welcome back, folks. Mac T here, and of course I have finished my weekly trip for the week. Been a lot of different places, but one of my locations was Sioux Falls, South Dakota. And as with all things, when I went to Omaha, I met with Mitchell Mattis, and he is the administrator on Ford Edge Worldwide. Talked with him, great guy, and did not get any video on it, but he's got a pretty sharp looking edge. But I went to Indianapolis, Indiana, and I met with Brian and talked to him and discussed his edge and some of the brake problems he was having. I really enjoy meeting the members of MACTFORDEDGE, both on YouTube and also the Facebook group. And with that being said, I got to meet up with a gentleman by the name of Bear Jones. He had a all-wheel drive 3.5 liter Ford Edge, and of course we went and discussed a little bit. I want to say that Bear is a man of few words, so if it sounds like I'm doing most of the talking, I am. He was a little shy about the camera there, so anyway, we went over his edge. It was starting to get dark when we did meet, so that was why it was probably going to seem a little dark. It was getting near dusk, so try to get some footage in and talk to him, and of course just follow along on this video and we'll go over some of the views on his edge and discuss it, and just had a good time. So here's the footage. Well, we got Bear Jones here, and he's coming to visit me here at MACTFORDEDGE, and we're going to go over his, what year is this, Bear? 2008 Ford Edge Limited all-wheel drive, and it's got the 3.5 in it. And the first thing I noticed when we were looking at it is, yes, he has the old chrome cancer going on here. Very, very much a common problem, and I think a lot of that is just due to the weather and elements and the rock chips and everything else that get in there. But we have his 2011 here. And did anything special to it, Bear? Other than the chrome strips here on the doors, he's got some little chrome strips he added on there. And of course, how's your maintenance going with this thing? Doing good with it?
I only had to do one oil change.
One oil change? That's it? Transmission fluid been changed?
It actually had a rebuilt transmission in it when I got it.
Oh, okay. And your PTU? Power takeoff unit for the all-wheel drive system? Ever had that checked or cleaned? Might want to check that out. These things are notorious for burning those things up. So that might be something you might want to look at. But other than that, we got us a... I love these first gens. These things are nice. Great vehicles. So
I have LEDs in it.
You have LEDs in it?
In the taillights.
In the taillights? So these are LEDs in, huh?
Yep.
So did you have to put resistors in those? And nope, just plug and play? Just the bulbs, huh? Mm-hmm. So he's got the LEDs in the back.
But the funny thing is, every time I turn my blinker on,
yeah,
they blink fast.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I don't know if we can, you know, if you use the ForeScan app on the laptop, you know, basically you may be able to turn off the bulb blinker notification. And what it does when you do that, then it won't beep really, or won't blink really fast. So that might be an issue that you can maybe get programmed out of it.
My mechanic where I got the car from, he says that don't worry about it. If you put LEDs in anything, they'll blink fast.
Okay. Well, they do have resistors. You do know that.
Yep. That
you can wire in that. And what it's causing the rapid blink is the fact there's not enough resistance in the LED lights. So if you were to take and add resistors to that, and you can go on our the Facebook group, and there's plenty of folks there have done that can tell you how to wire it up, but it's real simple. The kits are right there, and it's an inline resistor that you just wire up. You just splice it right in, and then your blinkers will be operating just like they're supposed to. So overall, how many miles this thing got on it?
194,000.
194,000?
Yep.
No oil burning?
Rebuilt transmission at 187,000.
Wow. You got me beat. I only got 166,000. So this Edge has been down the road a couple miles then, hasn't it?
Yep.
All right. So what do you think of the Facebook group though?
I like it.
You like it?
Yeah.
You learning anything from us all there?
Yeah.
Who do you like better, me or Mano?
You.
Oh, Bat'll hear that. Anyway, Battle's like the brains of the operation. You know, I'm just the brawn, right? I'm like a puppet. He just tells me what to do, and I go fix everything. So, but yeah, we really like you joining the group, and of course, as with all things, you know, it's great to have you all on there and participating in that. So I like to go out and meet everybody that's in the group whenever possible. And of course, we got this here, so you know, maybe someday somebody will have that. I think we got some videos on this front end clip here that might be able to help you figuring out how to get it off. But remarkably, it is very, very easy. Okay, there are not that many fasteners and screws that hold this thing in, and it's real simple. But you do have to remove the bumper cover in order to do it. You should do a video for us. You should put a video camera up there and shine those things up for us. We wouldn't mind seeing. What do you folks think? Think Bear should do that? Go get a kid and show us on video how to shine these lenses up. Yeah, we'll get him to do that, right? So he ain't saying yeah. But hey, we got it all together here, and of course on the spark plugs and all that stuff, you have maintenance records on that? Nothing. So how many miles you put on this thing?
A month?
Yeah, roughly. Just
over 1,000, 1,500.
1,500 a month. So you've had it only for how many months now?
Since May 10th.
May? Okay, so you don't know when the spark plugs or anything were changed in it. Okay, that's one thing you do want to be very, very careful with, because this first gen here, if these spark plugs get too worn out, what happens is the coil burns up. And then when the coil burns up, it back feeds into the PCM, and then you end up having to buy, have your PCM rebuilt, like PC Medics or something like that. So just pull the front ones out if nothing else, and check them and see what their gap is. And if they're starting to get to like 75, then you need to change your plugs. They're getting really worn out. So that's just something, maintenance is everything on these Ford Edges. So you don't want to do, let it run too far. Let's check your oil real quick.
All right.
We're going to compare oil. How's that? We're going to see who has the best oil.
Sounds good to me, because I just had mine checked.
You just had it changed?
I had it changed.
Oh. We're going to go ahead and look in here and see what we got. Again, as you can see, these lenses you probably would improve your visibility here as far as light. If you did clean those up a bit.
I hate driving in the interstate at night, though.
Yeah.
On the way back from Watertown, I hit Arlington, Madison, came down through I-19 in Humboldt, Hartford, and back to Sioux Falls.
And you don't know when that was last changed either, as far as your fluid for the coolant?
My mechanic said it was pretty good.
Okay. Well, you've got somebody looking at it then.
It was still green.
Yeah. Yeah, looks like they've been at that just a little
less
bit.
than a year old. Walmart battery.
Got you a Wally World battery there, so that's good. Ready for winter then, right?
Hopefully, because the last 2 cars I got from the dealership
Yeah.
had a hard time starting in the winter.
Had a hard time. Yeah, your oil looks pretty good. You know, you look at my oil. Mine looks like chocolate milk or something. Not chocolate milk, but it looks really dark. But overall, I can see that we've had some work done in here. Working in here, and this, of course, is your. You know what this is, right? That there's your evap purge valve. If it ever gets to a point where it don't want to start, that bad boy there might be it. If you fill up with gas and it don't want to start, that's the first indication you got something going on there. But yeah, looks like somebody's had their hand in this a bit. A little bit of wiring covering removal here, so that probably is indicative that they have done some work on it. But hey, is it running good? That's all that counts, right? All-wheel drive is not clunking or banging or anything, so you're good. You might want to talk to your mechanic about getting that PTU fluid changed. I would hate for you to have to buy a new PTU because those things are like $1,600 bucks. So changing the fluid is a good thing. Just have them suck it out and put new fluid in there. But
now, how would you go about changing your transmission fluid?
The transmission fluid, basically you can do it yourself, but you got to go down below, okay? And you know, basically drain it out, put the plug back in, then fill it back up with the equivalent amount of transmission fluid, and then drive it, and then park it again, and then drain it again. You got to do it like 4 times.
Oh wow!
Or you go to a shop that you trust that has a transmission fluid changing machine, like you've seen in my videos. You see how I did it. That they're $150–$160, and they change all the fluid out in one shot while you drink a cup of coffee. You know, so you know, you decide. You want to lay on the ground and do it 4 times, or do you just want to stand there and watch? So that's basically how I do it. So it's always better, you know, and easier. I do my own work, you know that, but sometimes you gotta work smarter, right? So anyway, pretty good. I like it. I like the first generations anyway, and that was my first one. You know, my first one made it to almost 300,000 miles with nary an issue, right? That thing was running like a top when I traded it in. So that being said, you know, I think you got a good deal here.
Which one did you get first? The blue one or this one?
You mean as far as this edge? I had the Orange Crush originally. Yep. If you watch the videos, I had that one. And that was my first edge. And then I got this one here. And this was the first one. My wife had it. Okay. And then when I went to buy the blue one, since it had all the bells and whistles and the push button start and the sunroof, I was buying that for me. And the funny thing was, I parked it out there and said, hey, do you test drive it? She test drove it. And then when I came back, hey, I told her, put everything from my old Orange Crush into the blue one. Okay. And then while I'm finishing the paperwork at the dealer, I come out. And she had emptied everything into her edge. And when I came out, she says, this edge is now yours. And the new blue one is now mine. So this is how I actually ended up with this edge. She's happy, so I have to be happy, right? Yeah. So anyway, that's the short story on it. But yeah, 166,000 miles I've managed to put on this one, and believe it or not, I got 10,000 miles on the oil change.
Really?
With that AMS oil. So
where do you find that at?
The AMS oil you can buy online. And all you do is go to amsoil.com.
There's a place on 12th Street. It says AMSoil.
Yeah, you can buy it directly from them then. You got a warehouse here, so you got it easy. You don't have to pay for shipping. You can just go pick it up.
It's a dinky little shop.
Yeah, well, you can go pick it up from them. And I'm going to do an oil test this Friday when I change the oil. And we'll see what the oil results are on the oil, and see what 10,000 miles does. And then you'll know whether or not, hey, that might be a good oil for me or not, based on the test results. Because I do have another one of our group members that's going to do a independent test of the oil too. So I'm collecting 2 samples and sending them 2 separate testing areas. So I think that'll be a good thing. But overall, I see if I get myself in here too with Bear. But hey, this is MACT, and we're just going over here. I like to see the group members, and how would I always end my videos anyway? Both feet on the ground. Yeah. So Bear has both feet on the ground. I have both feet on the ground. So we're having a great day, and of course we want you all to have a great day too. And with that being said, I think Mercy Girl's gonna throw a couple one-liners. Of course, you want to listen to the music too, because it's getting dark, and we're gonna go and have another chat here on a few other things. But this is MACT and Bear Jones out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, visiting one of the group members. So should they subscribe to the YouTube channel? Yeah, okay, subscribe. And of course, make sure you join the MACT-FORDEDGE Facebook group. Have a great day.
Thank you for watching